That would make sense, I guess. Go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, it's just feels like we're waking them up to realize what's going on. It's just feeling I get. Like they are sleeping and they're somehow part of this, but they don't realize it. They're asleep.
Man, Steven, I've missed having you here. Steven was pretty much the brains. Annie was the face. I guess I was the enforcer.
Let's try to wake them up then.
Which one are you gonna wake up?
Chase.
Sure. You're gonna go up to Chase.
Do it with
Steven.
water.
Yes, with water. Just wave. You're gonna go up to Chase. How are you gonna try to wake him up?
Is there anything in the trash can?
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of like garbage, random garbage. Is there anything specific?
Steven is going to get something really stinky and put it in front of Chase's nose.
Yeah, you'll get it in his nose and it's just gonna smell really bad, and he's gonna like try to bat it out until finally, he just sits up, like, arms flailing, and then when he opens his eyes and looks in your direction, he and the rest of the scene disappears.
If it wasn't so mean, I would laugh, seriously.
Well, he lives next to it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kind of a
guessing he's
reverse.
not used to it.
It's kind of a reverse waking up Carolyn with bacon, but
And Annie might try and go in one of the doors and kind of just shake one of the people, Molly probably, and kind of shake them to wake them up.
You're gonna try to shake Molly awake, and again, Molly's going to start to stir a little bit, and then she's going to, I guess when you start to touch her, she jerks back. It's just she's a little jumpy, and then she instead of waking up gradually, she sits up really fast and opens her eyes, and as soon as your eyes meet, her scene disappears.
Okay, hopefully this is accomplishing something in here. Maybe a way
Well-
to get out.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Well, the four other doors disappeared when we looked them and did something with them, so I'm just thinking it could work.
I'm gonna take care of Noir. So Moxie, do you want to take care of that other chick?
Sure.
Moxie, you're gonna wake up the girl that's in the really fancy schmancy bed.
Oh, that's better.
You're gonna try to tap the girl, Tiffany. Tiffany, takes a hand and smacks the spot where your hand was, but still continues sleeping. And then you're gonna do what again?
Poker.
You're gonna poke her, and then you'll hear her voice as you're poking her say, "Ew, not now, not now. Ew, go to sleep." She said, "Ew, not now. Ew, not now. Go to sleep."
Rude.
Rude.
Poker face.
You're gonna poke her face, and she says, "Ew, ew," and then she stands up and she's got her face mask on, and she's looking around, and she finally pulls up her face mask and looks in your direction, and then the scene disappears. Finally, Cam is going to go over to Noir, and he's gonna try to shake her a little bit gently, and Noir doesn't stir. Then he shakes her again, and then Noir flips her hand, and a pillow flies across the room, and Cam ducks down as the pillow sails over their head, and then Cam goes, "Come on," and shakes her. She flips upright, still floating, and then she looks towards Cam's direction, and she actually says Cam in her voice before she disappears. And when Noir disappears, a door appears in the center, and there is a symbol on the door, and the symbol on the door is a symbol that many of you have probably seen before. That is a symbol on the door.
What the?
Team Omni.
Excuse me?
What the-
Team Omni. That's the group that's responsible for what you saw. They're the ones
That symbol's
that are
from
gonna...
a team?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're pretty good at hiding it, but
my clients are terrorists, dear lord.
unlike Team Rocket, who pretty much run around with R's emblazoned on their shirts, these people are a little bit smarter about not revealing who they are, but still, this is their insignia, their symbol.
A client of mine came in wanting this symbol done on her ankle.
Wait, what?
Duh.
Just client?
Yeah,
Do you know what she looks like?
she kind of mousy, kind of brown hair.
And out of character, by this point, Annie, you've actually got a lot of money from her because she and 11 of her friends also got the same thing done. So 12 of them.
I'll have to
Whoa.
put this on the banned symbols list or something.
Whoa, wait, Annie, are you trying to tell me you know 12 of the members from Team Omni? Can you describe them all?
Can I describe them all off character?
I'm gonna say you'll be able to. I'll give you descriptions out of off camera. But yeah, I think you would be able to identify all 12 if you needed to.
Okay, she tells them their descriptions.
Whoa. Annie, this is huge! Nobody seems to know any of the members of Team Omni, but you managed to be able to identify 12 of them?
I guess I did. I'm not a failure.
No, you're not!
It's great.
Okay, this can work. Steven, we can get you started, and we can figure out how we're gonna stop this from happening. And then maybe I'll be worthy enough to find Noir at that point.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I think we
can I
can
at least
repeat
tell
that.
you my plan?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, the obvious thing is to get... Pretty much the ultimate plan is to get Johto back. Because if we can strike at Johto, then that'll stop them from attacking the rest of the world. So I was thinking we could use the Team Flare weapon in a more constructive way, in a better way. Instead of just zapping everyone with everything, we'll just aim it onto Johto and stop them from attacking across the walls.
Hunt, we're not miracle workers. We can't fix all that crazy.
He
Can
can,
we?
he says, pointing at Steven.
You can?
Okay, I have never done anything like that.
But you were the one who built it. At least you did in the other side.
Yeah, maybe in your universe, I just work in security.
Well, Theta helped you too, and I'm sure you have other friends who are good with computers. Do you know anyone else who's a computer whiz too?
Looking at maybe.
Moxie,
Blushing?
do you
Maybe.
actually? How about you did have an assistant. You actually had an assistant. Your wife, Madison.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh.
you and Moxie's sister.
Oh God!
Oh, Steven, congratulations.
Shut up!
Wait. Oh, wait a minute. You don't know who she is? Yet?
No, we
Oh.
just met today.
You just met? Oh, this is so exciting!
Oh God!
I get to
no.
see your relationship blossom from the very beginning. This is exciting.
Oh.
Oh
You
God!
never know what'll happen in this universe, though.
Well,
She might be
Stephen, I mean,
different.
you did say yes when she proposed to you.
Okay.
Starting to like this Madison.
It was a really nice wedding. I mean, no nonsense. Of course,
Oh.
before all the destruction happened. But anyway, the two of you, like between you and her Rotom and Theta, you guys were able to get that weapon up and running.
Okay, one question. Did I have anyone? Just out of curiosity.
You? I mean, you were married to your work, so I don't think that you had time for any of that kind of stuff. At least, that's what you all always say. You were married to your work.
Oh. No, that hasn't really changed. I guess. Guess it's different work that's a little bit more palatable.
So what do you think of my plan? I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the best one I got. But I'm open to your input or other ideas.
I know there are still people in Johto, though. Did you really just plan on zapping them all?
I mean, I don't know how else. I don't know how else to do it then. I mean, we can't really send a SWAT team over because we tried that already. People died apparently.
Trust me, I know.
It didn't work. The Pokemon were just too powerful. I'd hate to say it, but I feel like anyone who's in there who's under Pokemon rule, I don't know how we can save them without costing other lives.
And I don't want my Pokemon getting anywhere near that place. So.
Well, we don't have to. With my plan, we just fire the weapon from Kalos. We don't have to go anywhere near Johto.
I've never been to Kalos before.
It's really nice.
Neither have I.
Me neither.
It's nicer now from where I left, trust me. What do you guys think?
It's crazy, but right now I have no other ideas.
I'm gonna need to have a good long smoke break after we get out of here, but I'm in.
Oh, you didn't kick that habit either.
Yeah, I'm working on it, but it always just keeps coming back to me, you know.
You know what kills
yeah.
taste buds, right?
Cam kind of pats Anne's back. Moxie, you've been really quiet. I mean, not that you're any different in the other universe, but what do you... You're pretty good at telling me when I'm saying something stupid. Am I saying anything stupid?
I think you're all a figment of my imagination. I'm waiting to wake up.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like Moxie.
Well, if we remember this, we could try to make you believe it.
As far as I know, I got each and every one of you's contact information.
Alright. So, are you guys on board with helping me get the weapon in order and then use it against Johto?
Guess
If
so.
you got a better idea, tell me. I mean, I'm giving you a chance to tell me of a better idea, but I can't think of any.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to think of anything else.
Right now I have nothing.
Alright.
This seems like it right now the only one, but
I believe
I'm
if
not.
this
I'm
isn't-
still trying to. I'm going to try to figure out some other way.
You're always smarter than me, Steven, so... And if your dreams tell you otherwise, then you should let us know.
Yeah. By the way, now that Steven tries to remember some of his dreams, does he remember the 3-year-old dream?
Does he remember which dream? I'm sorry.
The 3-year-old dream, the one about the explosion.
Yes. And now you recognize Noir as being the girl who was in the
Yeah.
explosion.
Oh, God. By
What?
the way, I think I have seen Noir. But
You
you
have?
won't like it. It was in a dream.
What happened? Steven, what happened?
She was in an explosion.
She was in a what?
What I saw was I was someone buying toys, and there was Noah was there also, and then there was an explosion.
Cam looks very upset and he goes up to Steven and he grabs a hold of both of your shoulders and he looks at you dead in the eye and he says, Steven, think really carefully. When and where did this happen?
I don't know where. Shopping center. She was buying toys. I can't remember precisely the place. I was inside it. I don't know.
All right. I need to find out where she is. I have to find out where she is. And warn her, maybe. Let me know if you have that dream again. Maybe you'll find out more information. I don't know. I need to know what happens. Can you even tell if she survived?
No, I lost consciousness when there was some sort of gas.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, all my dreams are good. I never had good visions.
Yeah, but your visions have helped save us many times, Steven. You have a gift, whether you like it or not.
Just to figure out how to control it. That would be good.
You'll be okay, Steven. Okay, well, I guess that's that then. I guess I'll try to be in touch.
Yeah.
And with that, Cam will go through the door with a symbol on it and will disappear.
I'm guessing that's the way out.
Oh.
I hope
could
so.
Well,
have
it-
been a while ago.
Well, it's the only door we have here.
I walked through it.
You will walk through it, Moxie, and you will wake up the next morning feeling fully rested.
Thank God.
It was all a dream.
Yes, it was.
None of that actually happened.
Okay, I'm going then. See you in the real world then.
Before Annie goes in through the door, she's probably gonna look back at where Cassie's door was, kind of look for a couple of seconds, and then go in through the symbol door.
Okay.
Charlie goes through, but yeah, it's only because he has no choice, because random scary doors are not exactly what he like to see in his life.
All right. You guys go through the door and you will all wake up feeling fully rested. A couple days pass. You haven't had any weird dreams for a few days. And now there's a big event. There's a big open house event going on at the Dumont Academy. And as a way of Anne trying to get into the good graces of her mom, she decided to try to help out, or at least attend. And it's basically like, think of it as like a campus-wide. You can come in and check out our beautiful academy, and they give tours, and there's entertainment and food. So Charlie, you're still in the area. So Busy Bee is setting up their stand so they could sell baked goods to the people who arrive. And the FPFs are actually one of the live bands that are performing at this academy. So we have a map change if you are on Roll20,
Oh, shoot.
and so I would say right now we'll start with Anne, and this. So just to give you an idea of the timeline, this is again still roughly a month before the events of the campaign, just a few days after your nightmare in the nightmare zone, and so you are currently walking across the campus. You're wearing your uniform again, like just because to show that you are sort of a student there, even though you don't actually go there.
She might be getting some looks for the non up to code body art.
Yeah. But you're walking across campus with your dad, Matthew Kearney.
Okay.
And your dad's very quiet. He normally doesn't speak unless spoken to. And quite often when he does say something, it's to agree with your mom. Yes, dear, that kind of thing. And he's probably going to be walking across the campus with you.
Up north there.
And, yeah, you're up north. And your dad, Matthew Kearney, is probably going to say, "So, how's it going?"
I'm settling into my life. How have you been?
He nods. "It's been okay. Your mother and I have been very busy."
That's good.
She's running for office again, higher position.
Oh, really?
She's always been very ambitious.
Yep. She doesn't settle. I can tell you that.
Nope. Nobody in this family does settle. We expect everything out of everyone in this family. How about you, Annie? Have your expectations been met?
It's getting there. It sometimes takes a little bit of patience, but it's always worth it in the end.
What do you think about being here again? Your old school.
It's strange, but I can put on a smile.
He nods and says, "That's probably for the best, yes." Meanwhile, Charlie, you are setting up your stand, and some of the customers are starting to gather around, and one customer in particular walks up to you, and he's eyeing the produce or the goods, and I don't know if you can see on the map, but the person who is looking at your goods is, yes, he's got a cigar. I don't think you're technically you're allowed to be smoking here, but he's got a cigar in his mouth and he's looking through and he says, "What do you got here that's gluten-free?"
I have quite a few selections for you. I have it's a Calosian recipe.
Calosian? I don't know about those Calosians. They seem a little bit, they seem to be missing a little something.
Well, I have a few Alolan recipes as well.
Alolan. That's one of them Polynesian treats, right?
Well, how about pineapple cake bites?
Pineapple cake bites? Those sound good. Well, I'll take one of them. How much?
Oh, it's about 5 Pokebucks each. They're pretty.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you 3 Pokebucks for them.
He kind of deflates a little bit.
But meanwhile, Bug is watching this, and Bug looks really mad. Bugs is shaking its head. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him.
It's still quite a delicacy.
He looks at it again. All right, so tell me more. Convince me why you think this is worth the 5 Pokebucks.
Well, in itself, it's pretty much based on their reversed pineapple cake. It has caramel sauce. You can even ask for more sauce, which that is free.
Free. Now you said the magic word, sir. All right. You do well with your business. Here you go. He slams down 5 Pokebucks.
Thank you very much, sir.
And I am just gonna help myself to some of this caramel. And he just starts to glop on a bunch of it. Mmm. Gets a little bit. There's some crumbs that are still stuck on his mustache. You know what? This ain't half bad.
Thank you.
So yeah, what business you got there, Buzzy B? You people at Buzzy B, do you guys deliver?
We do?
But do you deliver fast? If you want things delivered fast, I might be able to partner up a little bit with you guys. I run a business, a delivery business actually, and we sometimes partner with some corporations. You think your boss would be interested?
I certainly think so. If you could leave me your coordinates, yes.
He says, yeah, don't look gift Ponyta in the mouth. Here you go, he says as he gives you one of his cards.
Thank you very much, sir.
He nods and then he starts to walk past your stand again, but then he goes over and he globs a little bit more caramel, and then he walks off. Meanwhile, Moxie, you and your band are setting up on stage, and while you guys are setting up, one of the other band members, he's got like a nose ring, he's got like purple streaks in his hair, and he says to you, "All right, guys, so we got ourselves a big gig today. They're paying us a lot of Pokebucks for this, so we gotta make sure that we put in our best here." He says, "Vinny, ease back a little bit on the drums. I think you were overpowering some of us here. And Moxie, good work on the last solo. I just think that be careful a little bit on this one song. You were a little pitchy, just a tad pitchy." Hey, don't look at me like that. I'm just telling you. I'm just trying to help you get better.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Bring it in, and everybody put their hands in the middle, and the Pokemon put their paws in the middle as well, or their claws in the middle. And does Moxie do the same?
Sure.
All right, you put it in, and then he says, "All right, on the count of 3, FBF, FBF, FBF," and then the rest of the group, they get all riled up and fired up. Yeah. and they're firing themselves up, getting ready for the band. Is Moxie a little bit more reserved compared to the rest of?
Oh
his
yeah,
group?
yeah.
Okay. So you guys are gonna start your set. Faith, what is this song that you play that you're singing about? What are the lyrics about? What would you say?
Let's do Standing Against the Man.
Standing Against the Man. And so you start playing, you start singing. Several of the group members are starting to gather around. They're bobbing to the beat. Stephen, you have been hired to help out with the computer security systems at this local university school. You are right now in your, I don't know if you dress up a specific way for work. I don't know if you have a uniform or you just dress up however for work.
I don't think Steven would wear anything different.
Okay. Steven, you are walking through the campus because one of this woman who you recognize immediately is the one who has hired you to help with the computer systems. A woman that is also known as Governor Kearney and Governor Vivienne Kearney. So
Great.
she will, when you arrive, she will approach you and she says, Stephen Pearl?
Yes.
Governor Vivienne Kearney, pleased to make your acquaintance, she says as she holds up her
As
your
well.
hand. She gives it a firm handshake.
Yep.
I was told that you are the best. Are you the best, dear?
Yes. I can't promise any perfection, but I will promise protection. That's kind of my motto.
She laughs a bit. Very well. I like that. I like that. Come along, she says. Walk with me.
Okay.
And while she's walking, she says, Stephen, how many years of school have you had yourself? Have you been to it? I'm assuming you graduated from university?
Yes. I did very well with my studies and, well...
Really?
Computers.
What
Yes.
was your GPA?
Those pointing system, I actually can't remember myself really how they go, but they were, well, I could say were one of them on the top side.
She looks mildly unimpressed when you say that, but she doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And something about this woman definitely makes you very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So she's walking and she says, so Mr. Pearl, I wanted to inform you that we've been having some issues at the Academy of some people trying to hack our system, and we just wanted to make sure that we don't run into any problems today.
Okay.
Please
Just
tell
one
me
thing.
you can at least do that. Yes, sir.
Yes. I can do this really easily, but I can do even better job if I have your permission to have my partner help me.
Your partner?
Yes.
Did your partner also rank high in his classes too at the university?
I think he's much better than you think. I take a Pokeball and throw Theta.
You pull out Theta, and at that
Yeah.
point, Vivienne's eyes grow wide, and for the first time since she's met you, she actually looks genuinely impressed and intrigued. My, you have a Porygon?
Yes, and part of how I'm allowed to use Porygon is to ask permission for, well, people I'm working with to ask permission to use Theta.
Yes. Let me see your certification. You have certification.
Yeah.
So you can easily show it
Of
to
course, I take out my certification and so.
Well, Mr. Pearl, why didn't you tell me about this in the first place? So you really are the real deal, it seems.
I don't like showing data off. It's really awkward when people stare at it and start asking so many questions about it.
Indeed. Well, we definitely don't want Pokemon like this in the wrong hands, do we? She says, looking at Theta. And you can tell Theta wants to scan this woman, but even it is too intimidated to scan her right now.
Yeah.
And Vivian will say, well, I know now, I'm very convinced, she hands the paperwork back to you, that this school is in very good hands, your capable hands. Tell me, Mr. Pearl, do you like the current company that you're at? Because if you do a very good job here, I might be able to give you a better position that might pay even handsomely than you are being paid right now. Even more handsomely than you're being paid right now.
I thank you for the offer, but I don't think I need it. I'm very happy with how I'm doing right now.
Are you sure? Mr. Pearl, she says as she gets a little bit closer to you, maybe uncomfortably, and she starts to, place her hands. She's got very nice manicured long fingernails, and she's sort of like getting a little too friendly with you as she's rubbing your shoulder. Mr. Pearl, she says, I am a very powerful woman, and I can elevate you up to reach your fullest potential and be an extremely successful man who is doing more than just doing tech work at a university. I assure you, she says, I'm the kind of person who can see talent and very, very powerful people who are good at what they do. And I make it a point to make good friends with those types of people. Because you don't want me as an enemy, do you, Mr. Pearl? She says with a smile.
Of course not, but I still want to do it with my own powers, with my own hands. I don't want any charity from other people. With no offense, of course.
Of course not. I'm sure that your hands are very capable and good at what they do, she says in a very creepy sort of way. You'll basically are going to be playing a few sets and take a break in between sets. So there's a good crowd. People are like cheering. And after you finish your first set, before you take your first break, the lead goes up to the microphone and says, Thank you everyone, thank you. We are the FPFs. We got some t-shirts here. We've got some stickers here. We've got our case here open up for tips. Please, thank you very much for your generosity. And we're so happy to be here. Thank you for having us here. Yeah, we'll be back in about 15 minutes. All right. Thanks everybody. And there's a big giant applause as people start to line up because they might want some t-shirts and all that stuff. And then there was this family who will approach you specifically, Moxie.
Okay.
And the family, it looks like it's a nice looking mom.
Oh, look at that.
She has a toddler next to her, and the dad, seems less interested in talking to you specifically. He's just kind of there hanging out. The mom comes up to you, and the baby is like reaching out towards the guitar, towards the direction of one of the guitars. It looks like the child wants to get a hold of the guitar. The woman says to the child, Ezra, no, those are, you can't touch. You can look at them, you can listen to them, but you can't touch. Hi, she says as she holds out her other hand.
Hi.
As she holds up, my name is Ariel. I just wanted to come by and say that you sounded amazing. You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you.
How long have you been singing for?
I think it's going on 6 years.
She says, well, You definitely are a real. You have a real gift. Your music, I have to say, the genre is something that I don't normally listen to, but your singing was just really mesmerizing. I just couldn't help but stop to listen and tell you that I thought you did a great job.
Well, thank you so much.
So do you go to the school too?
No, we're just being hired out here.
Oh, well, do you have a card or do you have a website that we can check to see, when you guys are performing next?
Of course.
The answer is you do have a website. Just
Yeah.
go ahead.
I have both.
Thank you. She says, how much are your are tickets normally? Are you just taking tips?
Tickets are handled by our corporation. We don't really handle the financial side of it. I believe the last one was running for 30 to 50, but
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
nice to meet you as well.
Good luck on the rest of your show.
Thank you.
And Trenton, who's just hanging out, he's looking bored.
Sure.
Ariel, the woman, and the baby, they go off. And you guys continue on with the day, and suddenly, while you guys are performing your next set, by this point, there's a whole swarm of people, Charlie, who have been purchasing your goods, and out of nowhere, you hear a gunshot, a gunfire. And this happens right in the middle of the quieter part of your song, so you're able to hear it even above the music. Now, it is at this point, Stephen, that you and Vivian Kearney are going to hear a gunshot. And at this point, Vivian will turn towards the direction of the gunfire, and she will curse and say, what in the explicative is that? And she will actually start, and to your surprise, this elderly woman is actually going to start making her way towards the gunfire as she pulls out a Pokeball.
Okay, what's going on here? Don't know what to do. Really confused.
Okay, are you just gonna stand there, or?
I think he's going towards it.
All right, you're going to make your way towards it, and you guys look around and see what's happening, and out of nowhere, a bunch of men in black suits with giant R's emblazoned on their chests appear, and there's this one character that keeps firing a gun up into the air, and everybody ducks down. And I guess I'm gonna ask, when you hear the gunshots and you see the Team Rocket members storming into the area, what do you guys do?
I would hit the ground.
You would hit the ground? Okay. The other band members will also hit the ground. You're gonna stop playing your music and hit the ground. How about Charlie and Annie?
With that, then she's probably going to duck down as well, and kind of, she would be really, really tense, but she would kind of press the humming or and distressed noises. She would just kind of be tense.
Okay.
As she's going down on the ground with everyone else.
Matthew, your dad, also lowers a little bit, but he looks less scared and more like determined when he's looking at the Team Rocket members. Charlie, what's happening with you?
He immediately ducks down under his booth and grabs Bug and shoves him down in his shirt to protect him.
Okay. Huxley, the guy with the cigar, he was nearby at the time, and he's like staying low and trying to keep out of sight, and then he ducks down behind you. He actually grabs a hold of you, Charlie, and puts himself behind you, shielding himself behind you, and says, I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here. If anyone asks, I'm not here.
What are you doing? If someone
one more
shoots
thing
me,
with
it's going right through me.
Better you than me, kid. Better you than me.
Oh, fucking rude.
One more thing with Annie. When she sees that does she notice that her dad looks determined and not scared?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's going to kind of put a hand on his shoulder and say, don't. Just don't.
Annie, I've dealt with people like this before. These Team Rocket people, they're cowards.
I don't want you dead. Keep down. Dad.
He thinks for a moment. I'm gonna guess charm. Roll a charm.
Okay.
Let's see how successful you are. 12? He'll hesitate for a little bit, and then he'll duck down, but he still has a Pokeball in his hand. The people in the crowd who are watching the band, including the family, Trenton and Ariel and the baby Ezra, they're also down too, and Trenton is, trying to protect his family, and Ezra, of course, is clutching onto Ezra. And you can see in the distance these two other Team Rocket members who seems to be leading this group. The two Rocket members look like this. All right, everybody. Everyone, just stay down. Nobody has to get hurt. That's right. No one has to get hurt. Just stay down, and everything will be just fine. Just fine indeed. And meanwhile, everyone, there's probably about 5 Team Rocket members plus the other 2 who have rifles in their hands, and they've got it pointed in various locations.
She's staying down. She doesn't want to get shot.
All right.
Seems like the best course of action.
Okay. So you guys are just hanging out. And Charlie, you're just hanging out.
Yeah, just trying to get Huxley's hands off of him. Just delicately pushing him off.
Okay. Moxie, Rowlet, because you guys are performing, Rowlet is out, and Rowlet is eyeing these Team Rocket members, and Rowlet looks really upset and is looking at you. It's like, come on, like, send me out there. I want to attack them. I want to fight them.
Not yet.
The Rowlet looks very deflated at that, and Charlie, Bug seems to be very interested in getting out there and fighting these Team Rocket members too.
You really sure you want to do that?
Nod. Bug
He's
nods.
got this.
Okay, just be careful.
And your dad, he seems to be, he's down, but he's still like, as every minute passes, he really, really wants to do something. And he says to Anne, he says, we have to stop this from happening. I don't know what these Team Rocket member scum are up to, but somebody needs to take a stand. And it seems like me and your mother are the only ones who are well equipped right now to assist with this.
If you want to try and do something, I'm not going to stop you. Just be careful.
Stay down, he says. And then he's going to start maneuvering his way around.
She just kind of nods toward him, and I don't think she would have brought Cole with her. She wouldn't have brought him.
Even in his Pokeball? That's fine.
She doesn't use a Pokeball, and no. She would not have even brought.
So Cole is not there currently.
No. She wouldn't have brought him back to the academy.
That's fine.
At all.
That makes perfect sense. Okay. Your dad runs off. Meanwhile, back in the crowds, Ezra starts to cry. And one of the Team Rocket members with a rifle comes over with a gun, and he says, "Shut that kid up." And the mother is trying to calm Ezra down, but Ezra doesn't seem to be having any like interest in calming down or being quiet, and because he seems very agitated by what's happening. And shh, honey, you have to be quiet. You have to be quiet. And Trenton looks, very, very close to the Team Rocket members, and he says he's just a baby.
I have
And
Rowlet cast Sunny Day.
all right, Rowlet will go ahead and cast Sunny Day. I'm just gonna say that because the Team Rocket members are more interested in seeing what's going to happen with this baby, they're not paying attention.
Okay.
So the sun starts to shine a lot brighter now, but nobody else, at least none of the Team Rocket members will notice it. I'm gonna say, just for convenience sake, the other PCs will notice Rowlet's casting Sunny Day.
Okay.
She kind of looks up a little curious, but she still stays down, not wanting to draw too much attention to herself.
Okay. The baby continues to cry even more, and by this point, the Team Rocket member says, "If you don't shut that kid up, I will." And there's a lot of gasps in the audience, and Trenton, finally, gets up with his hands, and he says, "Are you kidding me? You would shoot a kid?" And the guy, holds up his rifle, and he's aiming in the direction of the mother and the child.
I would have Rowlet cast Solar Beam.
Okay. You tell Rowlet to cast, and a giant wave, this big blast of energy, shoots out from the stage and hits the Team Rocket member square in the chest, knocking him over with surprise. And when he falls, to the ground, his rifle falls to the ground next to him, and he takes the 48 damage from the solar beam. Now we're going to start the initiative order. Top of the initiative, Bug.
And he's gonna attack with Bug Buzz.
29 damage?
Yep.
Okay. And that's the end of Bug's turn. Moxie, you're up.
Does this guy still look like he can fight?
He currently is unarmed, it looks like, and he's prone. He
Okay.
fell over. He's unarmed and he's prone. His rifle is right next to him, though.
I would yell at someone to pick that weapon up and get it away from him.
Okay.
And then I would target this guy with Sing.
Oh, you can sing.
Mhm.
Go ahead, roll.
Nope.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. All targets fall asleep on a miss. Sing instead causes targets to become slowed and suffer a -2 penalty to their evasion until the end of their turn. So it looks like you're supposed to have greater than equal to a 10.
Mhm.
Plus, so it looks like you miss, but it still means that the character is slowed.
Yep.
And -2 penalty. Okay. Okay, Claudia and Claudius. They see that the commotion has started, and they will pop out their Pokemon. And you should see them right next to them. Skilla and Charybdis. And they won't be able to do anything the first time they are summoned, so that is going to be Claudius and Claudius's turn. Now we come to the Team Rocket members. So the unfortunate thing is this Team Rocket member has enough. Trenton was not fast enough to go and grab the gun. So the Team Rocket member during his turn is able to get up from being prone and picks up his gun. But that's the only thing he can do. This Team Rocket member will turn towards Moxie, and he is going to fire his gun in Moxie's direction. Moxie, you notice that the gun is about to be fired at you, And as a interrupt action, your instincts kick in, and you sort of like, you know, put your hands up in front of you as if that would protect you, and this big, large barrier, bluish barrier, appears in front of you as an interrupt, and the bullet just ricochets off. And you're shocked because you've never done that before.
I'd look at Rowlet and go, was that you?
Rowlet looks at you and shakes its head. The barrier disappears shortly after the bullet ricochets off. The other Team Rocket member, he's slow, so he aims and fires. You'll easily be able to duck out of the way because of how slow he is, but the bullet sails past you, and it, yeah! You hear one of your band members yelp out, and you see blood coming out from his arm. His arm got hit with that bullet. Another Team Rocket member is going to turn towards Bug, and Bug will fire at Bug. Bug, you're going to take 18 points of poison damage from the bullet. Matthew Kearney, he comes out from the shadows, throws out a Pokeball, and what pops out is this right in front of him. And then it's Steven Trenton's turn. Trenton is going to try to help his wife and child get out of the way. The child is still crying. And then we're back to we're at Charlie now. Right now, Huxley has you by the shoulders, and he's like a coward hiding behind you.
It's probably a free action to scream out to someone.
Okay.
Charlie is gonna scream out to Trenton to come over behind the booth.
Okay. That's your free action. Do you do anything else?
I don't think he's gonna do anything else. He's pretty much stuck.
Okay. Anne, are you gonna do anything?
You said I could only do astral projection.
So what's nice about astral projection, normally when you use astral projection, you basically project yourself as if you were actually there, and you can act as if you were physically there, manipulate objects, you know, cast whatever abilities you normally can cast. The fun thing is that normally when somebody does astral projection through their aura, is that first of all, because you're an astral projection, even if somebody tries to attack you, you don't get hurt because you're not actually there. Okay. You don't get hurt. The other thing that happens is normally when you astral project, your actual body like goes into a trance, you know, so that you're vulnerable normally. But because you're able to use astral projection very well, you can act normally. You're not subdued, I guess. So it's almost like you're in two places at once, and both you and your other you can act however you want to act.
Okay, so she is actually going to use to activate that.
Okay.
And sort of...
Where would you like to place your projected self? You can place your projected self within 20 squares of you. 20 squares of you.
20 squares.
So, what I'll do is I'll put in a second you on the board, and you can just plop it wherever you want. So we'll here, you can drag this one wherever you want.
Alright. So her astral projection is going to come up, and then it will
Where do you want it to appear?
It will appear over here by the distressed child. Over here.
Okay, yeah, move it over there. Okay. So a bluish silhouette, ghostly image of you, anyone who knows you very well can recognize you, appears by the child. And now that you've manifested your astral projection, your real self can't act this turn, but your projectile self can act normally, as if you were actually there with its full turn. So you now have a full turn with your astral projection to do whatever you want that you would normally do if you were physically there.
She is going to... The astral projection is going to kind of going to sort of cover the retreating family and kind of just stand as a kind of a protective defense thing by them.
Okay.
Not really going to
Got
act.
Got it.
God damn it. Stevie would be...
Theta looks very determined, like he wants to go. He wants to do something.
I think Steven would be helping people get away from them. Like
Okay.
directing them away. And Theta would be there as protection.
All right. So Steven is going to try to help some of the people get away. And does Theta want to attack anything? Does Theta want to put up any protection?
If someone is trying to get closer to them, then yes.
Okay.